Capricorn. Capricorn. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with a reading for the month of August. And what is today? I can't remember, but it's fairly far from August. I think it's like the 25th, 24th of July. So I'll be reading forward. This is a general reading for your Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. I'm going to start with a few Oracle Lenormand cards. We'll show you that. And then circle with tarot cards. Let me see if I can get the camera lower without making it tip over. There you go. And then the Vida Sibilla and the runes crowning the reading. So what do we got? Look, we have the dog. We've got the woman and the crossroads, the path. Now, what can I say? You are eternally sided with, I don't want to say blessed with or cursed with, but in the month of August, you will constantly be faced with decisions. What kind of decisions? Well, let's have the tarot speak to those decisions. It looks like it can be in line with matters of travel. It can be in line with whether or not to travel. But you definitely are riddled with the decisions that you have to make practically every day in the month of August. Let's see what the tarot look like. All right, some really nice, interesting cards here. Let me show you that. This is the Chariot, and the Chariot is a Cancer presence in your life, someone in your environment, relative, lover, any workmate, anything of that kind, but a presence that is relevant to you in the month of August. I have the sun here, and the sun will talk to fire signs that are prevalent in your life this month. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And then we have the beautiful 10 of coins, which is extreme abundance. We've got the Ace of Cups, which is an offer, and not necessarily an offer of love. We'll look at that. We've got the Page of Swords, messages, messages, messages. And I'm not only seeing this as messages from your guides, I'm seeing there's a lot of information that you gather the month of August that will allow you to, or help you to, make those decisions that daily crop up. And then the month ends. There is this card that I don't like usually. This is the Five of Coins. It's not as dire as the Universal Tarot depicts it to be, poverty stricken, death, illness. No, this is a card that sees you still haven't taken off to where you want to be. And it looks like, all right, definitely you'll be on the move. You're going to be on the move in the month of August. Early on, you're asked to make decisions in that respect. There may be a Cancer in your life who wants to join you or help you to do what you have to do wherever you're going. And that is a bit of, now I understand this Five of Coins. That is you think to yourself, I'll be damned if I do, I'll be damned if I don't. You're not sure if it's a good thing to do, to meet that person, to have that person near you and help you. They might be more of a hindrance than a help. And then I'm seeing what really illuminates the month for you is these messages, the communication, the open communication from others, the clues, the guidance, the suggestions, the counsel from other people. That is invaluable. Oh, I apologize for the sound because I'm using an earphone that I don't commonly use in a setting that is an uncommon for me, but you may be able to hear this. I trust you can. There's also here this fantastic abundance pair, the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Coins, spiritual abundance. And what do they point to? They do point to the direction of that Cancer that is trying to help you. And it seems like the cards are telling you, look, Capricorn, don't keep your boundaries up that much. Is it worth it? Should you? Why? What does it serve you? You can make use with a bit of help from your friends, definitely. We all know that. And now there's also this notion in relation to that Cancer or any other person in your life who's trying to come back or whittle their way into your life. You're actually not on board with that. You just don't want that to happen. You're happy being on your own 2 feet. You've created a life for yourself. You've even made plans for the future. And you really have to follow your gut. But I'm going to add the Vera Sibila here to see what they add to the equation in this reading. See. Let's see. Decisions to make. A month full of decisions to make. Okay. Go around the spread and double up and triple up. Okay, so now this a sense of having to be on the go, this sense of actual moving towards something physically and metaphorically, I'm seeing that as being your saving grace. That is your saving grace. Moving is your saving grace. Moving not necessarily in a house move, but also being on the move. That is what is going to be your saving grace the month of August. It is the beginning for you, the beginning of many moves, the beginning of upstepped communication with other people, again, contacting people who used to be in your life, getting in touch with old friends, people who weren't really friends, and then maybe that could become once again friends. You're ready to extend yourself, to branch out. And like I said, your saving grace will be to be on the move or get the sensation that you're on the move. And this starts right away at the beginning of the month. Now, we have a very great moment of grace around the end of that first weeks where we really feel like, yes, I'm back in my game. I'm going to be moving, going to at least take a trip, fly somewhere, take a train somewhere, jump in my car. And that is part of your plan and decision making the first week. But what do we have? We kept get a glitch in the system comes up. Either you fall prey to a bit of low energy here, or someone around you does that you will not allow you to leave right away. There's something that occurs that makes you change your plans and then pushes you to another decision. and it looks like the entire year, month is a sort of monopoly game. Well, if this happens, then you have to go there, and if that happens, you have to go there. Um, the what I don't like and what I'm looking at is right after you have this beautiful light uh, shining on your month in the beginning, the end of the beginning of first week, you do turn inwards. You sort of isolate yourself, and that is going to create difficulties and bring to further decision making. Now this abundance, this 10 of lovely 10 of coins, where you jump over a hurdle, finally make the decision, and then you land on everything going well again. All right, we have this notion that um, there are some people that you can count on, and they're in your immediate life situation. You may be living with a companion, you may be a guest at relatives, you may be a guest at friends on lockdown. You were there, they're hosting you. That situation, just when you're feeling things are going your way, again, remember there's this up, down, decision yes, decision no, something happens. Right when you feel like you have a handle on your abundant lifestyle and both spiritually, emotionally, and financially, then you see another glitch in the system occurs, and it sets in motion another decision making process. And there is that beautiful Ace of Cups that I said, there's something coming your way. There's something coming your way. Well, there is always something coming your way that makes you really feel good. And I just have to remind you, Capricorn, that it is those who continue to write to you to say, "Remember me? I really would like to see you. We were friends once, and don't you remember those good times?" Remember that those people, even if you don't want to see them, and you may not want to, those are part of your lifeline. Okay. Now, the messages from spirit, messages from friends, great things. Anything you can do to tap into messages, use your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, your sense of smell, anything, and your sentience, clairsentience abilities. Try to get those messages because they're going to make it very successful for you in planning things that need to be planned and decisions to be made going forward. At the very tail end of the month, when a person may be incessant and saying, "I do want to see, I do want to see," you're trying to keep them at bay. Um, and they actually may even say to you, "Look, Capricorn, this could be the Cancer in your life." They may say to you, "Look, I'm really serious. I do want to take it to the next level. Hear me out." And they may even propose something, a suggestion, a proposal. "Let's meet in so and so. I'll help you move. I'll help you work on the house. I'll help you do this, that, and the other. And then we'll see what happens." So there is that person to contend with. Now, so far, so good. What I'd like to do now is um, take the runes, cast the runes, and see what they can add because they just so they speak with their own language. They're very direct, very very direct, and they pick up. They work well with all different types of cards, both tarot and oracle cards. Okay. Now turn the beat around. Turn the beat around. Turn. All right. Now I'll give you the bad news first. All right. The worst that I can say is Lagos Lagos, it is reversed. This is Merkstave, and Lagos usually talks to your intuitive now. It usually talks to a female emotional energy. It usually talks to your memory and being successful in learning processes. We're not having that this month of August. You're going to have a blind spot there. You're not going to remember things in the past, lessons you've learned in the past, in order for them to help you in your decision making processes. So let's bear that in mind. Another rune that I don't particularly like is this rune called Need. And um, let's say that Need asks you to be patient. And Capricorn, this is not your forte, but you are generally a patient person, especially when it concerns your work, your activity, or your determination, what you really want, your intentions. And so this should work with you, being patient. Indeed, it also talks about constraints, also talks about imminent failure. So read all of the fine print between the lines. Read, dot your I's, cross your T's when you're communicating and writing. This is a pain in the proverbial ass. Excuse my French. What I would like to cover here too is Therisats. Now, Therisats is a little bit of a help, but it's also a burden. Therisats is bright stave. It's in the upright position, and it is protective. In this position, it is protective, and it is helpful for you. It is a fire energy. It will propel your determination. The downside is with Therisats and Need paired together with Lagos, which all tell you it's going to be a rough month for your decision making, is that you feel traps. You know, you feel, well, if I do this, this is going to happen. That, and since your intuition is uncommonly not active, it's not as strong as we would like, we need to be careful. Also, there is Algites, which is really on its side. So let's say there's a bit of this, there's a bit of that. So there's not great fortune there this month, but there is a new influence in your life. The influence that other people have who can give you counsel, friends, consultants, lovers, family members. Algites in this position also does act as a protective, and together with Therisats, you will be covered. Do not be afraid. That is the thing that will ruin your life in August. We've got some interesting runes. Another, not something that I would like to tell you, but this is Rido. This is a journeying rune. Capricorn, and it was definitely Merkstave. Now, Rido talks about movement. Did I say moving is being on the move is your saving grace? Movement is your saving grace, like the chariot does indicate in the beginning of the month. Well, Rido in the reversed position talks about bumps in the road, how you will be put in a situation of negotiating. You're forced to negotiate. It's not something that will be decided by you. Oh, yeah, let me negotiate the price of this. You'll be forced to negotiate something that you just don't like to do. You don't like being out there. And Rido in this position also it tells you that you don't get the needed news when you need it, but you're going to have to read the signs. You're going to have to talk to your guides, angels, whatever you use, automatic writing, your excuse me, the clairsentience, clairaudience. Try anything in your power to get messages. On the positive side, we do have Fehu, and Fehu is fulfillment, financial gain. You'll have the impression, even if you don't receive money or a windfall or anything else, but you have the sensation that both romantically and economically there is imminent abundance. We did see, remember the runes that talk about patience and things that were out of your control. So let's bear that in mind. Now we have the best for last. We've got the best for last. We've got two beautiful, successful runes. One is Tyr, victory in competition, extreme motivation, increase in money and power. How does this play out? This could play out, ladies and gentlemen, Capricorn friends, like this. For example, if a person who is coming back into your life or who is trying to propose themselves to you, they want to help you. That could be that Cancer in your life or a water sign. Um, you tell them, but you have this other woman in your life, this other man in your life. And they say, look, they're not important. If you just give me the word, just say the word, and I will leave them because they were there when I needed them, but I'm not in love with them. This is the type of victory in a so-called competition of that kind. It's an example. Then we have Soilo. Now, Soilo literally is the sun, and that's a double whammy. We've got the sun here, we've got the sun here, and the sun really is shining on you, Capricorn. If it weren't for the need to make decisions all along, things that you really don't like to do. Now, Sohilo also talks of success. It talks about great power. It talks about victory. So we've got these really strong runes that are rooting for you. And I have to say, all in all, if you're able to be on the move, being on the move is your saving grace. That's what will bring you and keep you in balance. Do write below the video, Capricorn. A bit about your story would help us all understand what you're going through, and fellow Capricorns, to see how the story plays out in other people's life. It helps to exchange stories. Namaste, Capricorn friends. In about 10 days, 2 weeks, I'll be coming out with the moon cycle love readings for August. Till we read together again. Bye bye.